Hi, this is Edison Guzman, and today I'm with Adria of MedWise Insurance Advocacy, and I just want to ask her a whole bunch of questions so that you can be much better informed. So, hi Adria, how are you?
I'm doing great today. How are you, Edison?
I'm very good. Did I do a good job mentioning your company name? So just tell everyone your company name and what it is that you do.
Well, I got to give a lot of credit to Edison. Edison really helped me start my business. Advertising for him, but I have to tell you, when I went into the health insurance industry, I worked for 2 insurance companies, and within 2 weeks of employment, each one of them taught me how to deny claims. So I have to tell you, I learned a lot from that alone. I learned about policies. I learned that, you know, when they write the policy, in the policy it shows what you're covered for, what you're not covered for, and it also talks about like when your payments happen, what your premiums are, what your deductibles are, what your co-pays are. That's all within the policy. And I learned quite a bit from that. I used to help write the policies. It got to that point because I was in claims and I went into underwriting. So it's, I've been in the industry now for over 30 years. And I love helping people. When I was at the insurance companies, after I would deny a claim, I would get a phone call from the executive office and they'd say, Adria, pay this claim. So I would really learn how to get the claims paid.
So hold it, let me stop you right there because I don't want to go into everything. I want to digest it, have it digestible for everyone to see, because one of the most important things that we've been doing for the last few years already is that we put a lot of videos on case studies.
Right.
Case studies that we found of a lot of the people that you've been helping over the last, who knows how many years.
Right.
But what I want to do with this interview is really tell people what it is that you help them with. Okay, so let me just ask you a couple of questions.
Okay.
I know you just explained that you're an expert in denying claims when you work for the companies, right?
Right.
So what you did was you came to our side,
Right.
and now you're helping the people who get their claims denied,
Right.
and you help those individuals. So give me one example of how you help an individual.
Okay, so this is crazy. You go to the provider, it could be the hospital, a doctor, and you say that they will say to you, I'm in network. Well, you know what? A lot of times they're not in network. And then you get your denied claim because you don't have a PPO, you only have an HMO. And now they're denying you. After you have the procedure done and they already gave you pre-authorization, then you're going to come to me and we're going to have a long talk with them to get that switched. And I really learned how to do it. I'm an expert at it, and I love what I do.
So that's just like one example of the things that you do for people. But we've if you go to medicalinsuranceadvocacy.com, that's your website, you're going to see a lot of blog posts there. You're going to see a lot of articles. One of the things that you do is you educate people into how they can do it themselves. Can you tell me a little bit about one of the books? You've written several books, but let's talk about the first book that you wrote. How does that help people?
So it's called Solved: Curing Your Medical Insurance Problems. And if you've heard of Ralph Nader, he was a very famous person and is still here with us. And he liked that book so much he won an international edition. And what that book does, it gives you examples of cases. It tells you the steps that you need to take to resolve your denial. So I highly recommend it. And I always say to people, tell me if you bought my book. Tell me what your thoughts were on it. And I can talk to you for 5 minutes at no charge just to give you some advice on what you can do. If it gets to the point that you know that you're not going to be able to do this by yourself, then you're going to call me and hire me.
Yeah, see, one of the books, the reason I love the book idea is because you're out there, if an individual if you just want to know how to do it yourself, like how to get your medical bills paid, you pick up the book, right? You got Amazon, you type in Solved, right?
Solved: curing your medical insurance problems.
Okay, you search for that, you read it. It's a couple of dollars, it's not that expensive. But if you feel that you need someone to speak to about that, that's where you come in, right?
Right,
You come in,
right.
they could just give you a call.
Right.
You'll answer pretty much any of their questions.
Right.
And at that moment, they'll either say, can you help me with that? Or they'll say, thank you for your information, right?
Right. I'm even thinking of a case where the doctor did a procedure and they didn't even, and I'm sure the doctor knew, and even the client who went to this doctor, the insurance company said, you're not going to be covered for that. But he went through the procedure, and the attorney, he didn't go to the attorney originally, he went to the doctor, but he came back to me and he says, hey, they're billing me. So, you have to really think to yourself, is this going to be covered? You have to look at your policy. What's covered, what's not covered? And the sad thing was that this guy knew before he even had the surgery that it wasn't going to be covered, but then he didn't want to pay for it.
So you get people like that giving you a call, you listen to whatever it is that they're what their story
Right.
is, because everyone has a very unique custom story to their
Right.
situation, and you determine whether it's something that you can help them with or not. Are there some people that you can't help, or can you help everyone?
Well, the thing is this, if your claim has been denied for something that's not covered on your policy, I can pick that up right away. I'll ask them, hey, you have your policy in front of you, or I might charge a very small fee to look at it, but I can easily tell whether we have a chance at all of getting this claim covered. And then, if you need help, I'm here.
Yes, that's the beauty about it. Now, one thing that, of course, a lot of people like to ask, of course, is you can't help everybody because everyone's different, of course, and it
Right.
goes according to the policy and everything
Right.
else. What's the biggest issue that you see out there that that the person just needs to call you? Like, for anyone that's watching this, what would be the perfect person that would need your services?
The people who I help the most are those who have denials, or they saw an out-of-network provider. Maybe there's a way that we can even negotiate the bill down. I even get people who come to me who have no insurance at all, and I negotiate those bills down. Or let's say you need help. You need pre-authorization. You're not getting the pre-authorization. I very often overturn those cases by reading about the diagnosis they have and looking up information about that diagnosis, whether or not it's normally covered by the insurance companies. And I'll call up, and we try so hard to get the doctors to write letters for you that not always, but very often, we get those pre-authorizations overturned. We have to show that there is such a need for you to have those services.
All right, good. So I'm not gonna make this a lengthy interview because we're gonna do several videos. We're gonna show people how to actually, yes, we're gonna show you what to look for in a bill, what questions to ask hospitals, doctors, your policy, your insurance company. We're gonna go into all of that stuff. So for now, what's one thing that you want to leave our viewers with as far as if they need their medical bills paid, what should they do?
Call me. My phone number is 845-978-9493. My website is www.medicalinsurancedvocacy.com. Again, www.medicalinsurancedvocacy.com. I'm Adria, and I'm here to help you. Thank you.
All right, well, thank you everyone for watching today. I hope you find this very helpful. If you have any questions, go to medicalinsurancedvocacy.com, and Adria will just complete the form on there, and she will reach out to you and be able to help you. So thank you for watching today. I'll see you next time.